Okay, I know this review is like a couple months late, but well, like months late anyway. I've a 2 months ago almost, I saw Shazam. I rented it off of GameFly, and now I have the Blu-ray and digital code for it. The digital HD copy. Right, so I rented it off GameFly, and because I really wanted to see this movie for a while, I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. Now I wish I went back in time to go see it in theaters, because let me tell you something right now. Of all the DCEU, the DC Cinematic Universe movies have come out, as much as I love of Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and Justice League, this one is the definitive best of these movies. And on Shazam is not only that, it's one of the funniest movies I have ever watched. Period. Or it's more because this movie is more like a superhero version of the movie Big. Because the story itself I'm about to talk about is really nothing new. Well, like we've heard this story a million times. Like Big, like the Freaky Friday movies, Francis Ford Coppola's Jack, like starring Robin Williams, and another movie called Vice Versa, or like the story of a kid trapped in a man's body. Like, but for this one, it takes a lot of risk and adds in a ton of very funny scenes and a lot of very good heartfelt moments as well, and a very well told story. So the story opens up with our villain, a little kid who's supposed to be the actual villain, known as Thaddeus Savannah, played by Mark Strong. Well, we see the little kid version of the villain, and then he was chosen by the original Shazam, played by Yaman Onhansu, or Yuansu, what do we call? I can't pronounce his name. Dimon Onhansu. I can't really pronounce it, but he played as the old version of Shazam, and he chose to like become on the actual Shazam, well, like the new Shazam, but. But there was actually a bunch of demon statues there, and convinced him that there's an orb that he can use instead. But the little boy accidentally chooses that one, and the old man Shazam decided not to let him be the next one. So he brings him back to the car, and then they get into an accident, and they're basically like injured and stuff. And then his father and brother are like blaming him and stuff. So many years later, we see our actual main character of the film, named Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel. His actual main story is that he's trying to look for his long lost mother, because there was a backstory that he was at a carnival with his mother, but then he dropped his thing, on like a prize that he won, like a compass. And then he lost his mother, and now he's trying to like go all over Philadelphia, or with the cops, so that way he can like try and search for a fam, so he could try to search for her, and then he could be with her once more. The police basically caught him later on, and then he was assigned to a foster family, played by Grace Fulton and Mary. Or yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry. The foster parent. Oh, sorry. What is it? Oh, here we go. Rosa Vin. Marta Millins and Cooper Andrews. Well, it's basically the foster parents of the film. But along with that, there's other characters we get to know. Like another character, like everyone's gonna agree is like one of the best things in the movie. Freddy, known as Freddy, played by Jack Dylan Grazer. And a bunch of he has other foster sisters and brothers. One played by Grace Fulton, and who else? Oh, it's Ian Shen, and no, I'm trying to look, but you get the idea. Basically, the other foster brothers and sisters. But then after that, a little bit later, when they were at school, Billy actually sees Freddy getting bullied by these people, and then he whams them with one of the crutches. So, well, at first one of the brothers takes a nunchuck, like it says, and then he tries to like stop him and stuff. But then Billy Batson comes in and it whams them with Freddy's crutch, and then escapes from them in a subway line. And then the original Shazam grants him his powers into him, and all he has to do is just say Shazam, and he's going into a grown-up version of him, played by Zachary Levi, who obviously you all know as Eugene from the Tangled cartoon show, and of course Eugene from the movie, Tangled. Oh, then I'll get to him in a minute. So anyway, while that's going on, Mark Strong's character, which is our villain, is trying to find the actual the actual world that the original Wizard Shazam tried to do. He's trying to look for that orb and stuff, and then when he enters in there, he grabs it and puts it in his eye, and then the demons go inside of him to give him unbelievable powers. And then later on, he goes and destroys his father and brother in a corporate building and stuff. So, now he wants to destroy the original Shazam. Well, now he wants to destroy the newer Shazam, so that way he can get control of the power. So it's up to Billy Batson and Freddy to like work together to like show him the ways of being a superhero and stuff, and basically dealing with the coming of age story that we have here as well. So there's just so many good things to talk about here. First off, the acting and the lines. Much like Ghostbusters much like Ghostbusters, was where this is like an epic comedy, the lines are just perfect. Just like, as well as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the lines are just perfect. I'd be lying that the lines in this movie are like the same, are like listening to the lines you hear in Ghostbusters, but they really are so fun to listen to. The jokes in this movie, particularly when it goes to the grown-up Shazam and Freddy, it's just massively hilarious. And then when it just goes to Shazam itself, also super hilarious. And it's all thanks to Zachary Levi's performance, and this is probably the best film with him ever since him and Tangled. Also, I say I place Tangled as his second best and Shazam as his absolute best. And you're already realizing right now, like I said before, I friggin' love this movie. The villain is pretty cool. All the other characters are great and lovable. You see their personalities. They're not like, they don't feel like one-dimensional tropes that you've seen a million times and stuff. No, they're there to help with the story, and they have they have really good, unique personalities. With the foster mother and father are really enjoyable characters. The old Shazam is really cool. Even though we don't see much of him, but he was actually kind of cool. There is one very sad moment in the movie that I don't want to spoil. Well, the only thing I will say is that he does find his mother, but they show a backstory of what actually really happened, so I won't spoil it here. And it is pretty sad, and all throughout the film, you actually do feel legitimately sorry for Billy Batson. You want him to be with his mother, but for some reason, something happened, and reason why he won't, you get the idea. So, if I did have any nitpick with the film, it's particularly with the CG, not from the entire movie itself, it's from the demon creatures. They look a little bit, they look very fake to me, and stuff. And plus the designs are not that very unique. We could see these creatures in Ghostbusters, for example, with the zoo, or with the Keymaster and the the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper and stuff, those stop motion creatures and stuff. That's what they basically kind of look like, with pretty fake CG. But the rest of the other special effects are just fine. They're definitely very serviceable. They do serve a purpose with the story and stuff, but the action scenes and stuff, they can be really great to look at. This is definitely one of my favorite films of the year, and it's easily the funniest movie I've seen this year, and one of the funniest comedies I've ever seen. So, I hope hope that they get the same director of this film to direct the sequel, because I absolutely love this movie, and I definitely think it's worth watching. And so, that's pretty much it for what I have to say. If you have seen the movie, just comment below, click like in the video, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Stardust, or stay on Instagram, I have other reviews to do. I gotta talk about Toy Story 4, I gotta talk about Secret Life of Pets 2, oh, and I also gotta talk about Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, well, I'll get to those when I get to those. Because I want to make more videos as much as I can. I need to make more subscribers as well. So that's pretty much it, and I will see you next time. Take care.